going on, bro?
Fuck all, dude. What's going on with you?
Not too much, man. I'm in a fucking good mood right now.
Oh, good.
Like
good.
a really good mood.
What's going on?
A couple things. One, just had a training session, and like I hadn't trained in like 2-3 weeks, and it was the first time. So like when you come back after a little bit, if you're not doing it consistently, you get fucked up by everybody, right? So like I hadn't trained pretty much over the last 2 weeks of the Christmas holidays, and then 2 weeks getting into the new place and shit. So like first day back was last week, and then just got rolled by people, like just straight up just rolled. It wasn't even competitive, right? And I'm so competitive, I'm like fucking right and get all fired up,
eating away.
Right, like against like people that I'm normally either competitive or I fuck up. People are like I'm not competitive, and then those people are fucking me up. I'm like, dude, fuck you, right? Just getting fired up. Sure. So today I went twice last week and then twice this week so far already, and actually like had a really good roll with a couple guys that I'm usually just like going toe to toe with. We had some good fucking rolls.
Dope, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna get back into it.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm myself too, like with the snow and everything. Took like 2 weeks off of running, maybe just a bit more. I got back into it last week.
How'd it go?
Oh, good, man.
So last time I talked to you, you were like dead from running. Yeah,
no, it felt good. Just feels good to be back out there, and that's coming from someone that doesn't like running. So
how many kilometers you do?
5 at a time. So 4 times a week at least. Right, so
yeah, your sister is getting into running now too. Apparently,
is she? Yeah.
Yeah. So
she used to run back in the day.
She said that she's stopped smoking now too. Like she's quit for 4 weeks or something at this point.
Yeah, good.
She said it was all you, bro.
Yeah, is that right?
Hey, you're inspiring the family, man.
Claude's hasn't smoked yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, that's actually like I'm happy for her because like.
Yeah, no, well that's good, man.
Buddy, you're inspiring change here. Let's
go. You know what I'm saying?
Not a big deal, dog.
All it took was yours truly, I guess. You know what I mean? I gotta set that example for everybody else.
Let's fucking go, dude. If this degenerate can do it, I can.
So, I was gonna say I am the elder, but Dowd is 100, so she's the elder.
She at least acts like it, but
So hey, yeah, we were just talking Masvidal, Usman in July.
Apparently this got announced like 3-4 days ago, or there's rumors of it.
Yeah, something like that.
I got completely missed it.
I got I remember a ticker on my phone. I didn't really look into it that much, but I guess they're just finalizing it.
Yeah, so it's set for July. Doesn't have a location yet, but either way, that's gonna be an unreal fight. I'm kind of surprised that Masvidal isn't doing the Conor fight. To be honest with you, like that's so much more money. Like if you,
I'm for Conor. I'm happy for Conor. Conor needs like a legit fight still. So
you think the Cowboy fight wasn't enough?
I think if it was Masvidal right off the bat, I don't know if it's that good of a look for Conor.
You don't think the Cowboy fight was enough to get him back into his mojo?
UFC could make the fight, like honestly, but
because he took no damage, they can make it fucking
But I think that's April. Why you need to do another, like, I don't want to call it a warm-up because I guess Cerrone's was, but that's why you just need another fight.
Like, you need another winnable fight. Because Masvidal is a dog fight.
Tested. Like, I want to see Conor at least get sweaty for fuck's sakes, you know what I'm saying?
No shit, right?
But, like, what was that, 40 seconds or whatever? No.
Yeah, 40 seconds and it was over. Realistically, it was over within 20.
I want to see him, like, I want to see him. I want to see that left hand. Let me see what you got. Like, I want to see how you look now. Like, we couldn't really tell. Like, he improvised good, landed those shoulder shots, which was dope. But like, show me what you got. I want to see what you got. I want to see what you look like.
Because like, there's a different pace to actual fighting versus sparring, and you haven't experienced that pace in 2-3 years.
It's like practicing games.
Exactly.
It's like different level.
And being in there for 40 seconds, you didn't actually get that pace.
And like, you did. From what I saw, for sure, you look good.
Oh, he looked fucking unreal.
But still, I don't want to take that away from him. But it was only 40 seconds, dude.
So who do you think he fights? Because if Usman and Masvidal are now fighting,
I gotta think it's Gaethje, man. Like, who else is gonna be?
And because like last podcast we were saying that I was saying that I think Gaethje's gonna get fucked out of this, and I hope it's Gaethje, man. I really hope so because what is it?
Kind of like it kind of fits the narrative because like I don't know if it's like kind of cheesy, but like it's not like he's avenging Cowboys' loss, but it's like, okay, you got my boy. Let's see if you can take care of me too.
Even though
or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Even though he head kicked him 6 months ago.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm all right with it. It gets Conor back out there, and like, let's see what happens with. I think that Usman. So let's say, okay, they're gonna be medically suspended for 6 months after this fight. Let's just say, right?
Yeah.
So that's July. When does that bring us to? That brings us to January, bro. So Conor says he wants to fight 3 times this year. He's not going to be able to do Masvidal or Usman this year.
No.
If that's the case.
No.
And we all know that fight's going to be like there's definitely a medical suspension coming up.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to be brutal.
Like that.
I think it's going to be
Khabib isn't going to be, or Tony, whoever wins. I think Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib, Tony too.
He wouldn't be ready to fight until like at least September. At least.
When is their fight again, man?
It's April. But you're going to get, again, medical suspension like we were just talking about for sure. Also, Khabib goes into Ramadan. So if he is the winner, you got to wait till he's done. And so September is when he's going to be good to go again. But it's also...
Okay, let's say Conor gets past Gaethje. Who does he fight then?
Well, no, because this is the thing. Is I was listening to Chael the other day, Chael Sonnen, and he was saying he was having this exact conversation where he's like, who does Conor fight next and where does he go? And he was saying if you look at the schedule, the next like 6 months are booked. Like pretty well booked in terms of headliners. At least up until now they're booking for July, right?
Yeah.
I think there was a free weekend in May that's not booked. But apart from that, Conor's going to be a headliner, so he's not going to go on a fight night card.
No, yeah.
So the next available real fight for him is in the summertime. And at that point, you may as well wait for the winner of Khabib, Tony, right? So Gaethje is the only fight that makes sense.
I don't want to see Conor fight Khabib this year.
I don't either. I think he gets mauled if he just goes into it right away.
Give it to me top of next year or whatever, but
yeah,
I just don't. I think he loses if it's this year. I think, was he not the only guy to take Khabib to 4? Was it 4 rounds?
Yeah, he was the only guy who's ever won a round against Khabib.
and won a round. So, say what you want to say about that fight. At least you can look at those positives for him.
It was in terms of a Khabib fight, it was a competitive fight.
Yeah,
which doesn't happen ever.
No, so good on him for that way, and just give it a bit. No rush. You're already the top dog. You're the golden goose of the UFC. So just as long as you're back and you want to be competitive and fight 3 times a year, that's fine. Doesn't have to be Khabib. The UFC is going to make their money off of you and make that fight early next year. Let's say.
Who do you think wins that fight?
Khabib, Conor.
No, Gaethje, Conor.
Yep. I think Conor TKOs him.
You think so?
Yeah.
I am a betting man, so I think Gaethje's going to come out an underdog, and I'd put money on Gaethje.
Yeah.
I
think Conor left hand.
I think Conor's more. I think Conor's more likely to win, but I think Gaethje. Would not be surprised if Gaethje takes it within the first round.
Gaethje got to do what Volkanovski did, take out the legs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And
and then take that power away.
And Gaethje has unreal.
Oh, sick leg kicks.
Unreal kicks.
That's the game plan for him, 100%.
But that's what it is. Is it's rare that literally the first thing you're doing as soon as the bell rings is low kick.
Yeah.
Low kick, low kick, low kick,
sure.
and you just establish that range.
Yeah.
And Conor's Conor can't fight like that.
And you either check him or you're feeling him, and you can't take too many of Justin's kicks.
But but this is the thing too, right? Is this is why it's such a good fight, is because Gaethje can do that to Conor, but Conor is so good when he's moving forward. When he's coming in, and he's coming in with the jab, and then coming in with the left hand following behind it, he's so good at closing distance.
Yeah, no doubt.
So good.
I think it's going to be a great fight.
I think so too.
If that is the fight.
We kind of skimmed over it, but the Masvidal-Usman fight.
Yeah.
Who do you think's winning that?
Usman. And I think it's like
a Tyron Woodley repeat?
I love Masvidal, but I think just technically Usman's just a little bit better, and that's what gets him the win. I see that one 5-round brawl though. I don't see anyone really getting knocked out. I just think someone's just getting beat, or maybe both just getting beat up.
I think, it's a weird one to call. That one I really don't know.
I'll say Usman decision. That's what I would go with.
I think if Usman can get him down in the first round and do what Usman does, I think the fight's over by the 4th. I think he stands and bangs like Colby. I don't think there's that animosity. I really don't. I think Usman's smart, and I think Colby was just got under skin, and he needed to prove a point and put him down.
Yo, I heard that his knees are so messed up that he can't even walk on concrete.
Dude, he has to walk downstairs backwards.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wild.
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah, whenever there's a pathway, he chooses to walk on the grass whenever he can because it hurts him so much.
It's crazy to me, how obviously you're not running. He says he does a lot of pool work, but
like GSP type stuff.
Crazy though,
but that's just a testament to how mentally strong he is.
Oh, no doubt.
That's wild.
I guess his brother. He says brothers in heavyweight just starting to fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, based on him, like if his brother's got half the work ethic and skill, like look out for his bro too.
Yeah, no shit.
I can't remember his name, but I remember him saying that. I've only listened to like half of that Rogan.
It's a really good podcast.
So no, that'd be crazy.
Speaking of heavyweights, we were talking about Lizzo a little earlier. I wanted to touch back on this because I had a story. But Lizzo, like, this was it like 3 weeks back? She went to a Laker game with like her ass cheeks hanging out, which like it's fucking disrespectful.
All hanging out, bro.
Dude, it's fucking gross. But just fucking disrespectful. Like,
100%.
Like you have like, and this is the example that keeps getting brought up is Rihanna is like a huge Laker fan and she goes to Laker games all the time and she is a fucking smoke show. Smoke show, but she doesn't get all dressed up because it's not about her. It's about the game. Yeah, and Lizzo comes.
And like, let's not forget there's kids there, man.
Exactly.
Like,
it's a family thing, right?
Yeah, it's a family event for sure. All ages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have your ass cheeks coming out.
Nah. Completely disrespectful.
100%.
Like, she knows what she's doing. We're all talking about it. That's exactly what she wanted, man.
Well, it's just the attention, right? And it's kind of like, fuck everybody else.
Whore,
fuck men's.
You know?
No men are going to fuck me, so fuck men.
And like, yo, I don't listen to her music, but like that song says that she's messing with somebody on the Minnesota Vikings, bro.
Yo, her songs
No wonder why we can't win a Super Bowl.
But her songs are actually catchy as fuck, not gonna lie.
Man.
Her music's actually good.
Who is it, though? I'm trying to like go through the roster. I'm like, who would fuck with Lizzo on the Vikings?
Thielen looks like he'd do that. He'd get all up in that. He's a grease ball.
Be like the punter. I don't know. Real talk though, I was totally trying to go through the roster.
Dude, you know how
I'm thinking it might be Stephon Diggs.
I'm just trying to
I don't know if he's got a girlfriend, so like
buddy, I'm just trying to think about Lizzo on top of a punter.
But that's not going well. Guy, right?
That's, you know what I'm saying? Not going well for you.
The field goal kicker or the punter. That's what
buddy, you're breaking hips. It's not going to be good.
But I had no wonder why we're not winning Super Bowl.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck.
So I had a theory about fat chicks and also about skinny girls.
Talk to me.
So you know how some skinny girls are like super, super nice, like even if they're smoke shows, right? Like some are just absolute sweethearts, right? And then some are complete cunts.
Yeah.
Like just absolute bitches, right? So, and I went on a date last night with this girl, and this is what got me thinking about it, is I think that fat girls who get skinny are the cunts.
Explain further why.
So, you ever met like those fat girls who are like, who can't get any dick? So instead of like, you know, putting themselves together, going to the gym, like improving their body so they can actually get dick, they're like, fuck men. Men are assholes. Men are cunts. I'm beautiful. You should want me.
I know anyone like that. I don't think I do though.
No? Either way, that's like a big thing online, right? The girl's like, fuck men, fuck the world. Like, I'm beautiful. You should want me the way I am. Look at me. It's like, no, you have diabetes. But what happens is when these girls lose weight and they get skinny, they still have that attitude.
Okay.
And so you get these girls who are skinny and are good looking, who are entitled as fuck.
Gotcha.
I'm a little bit jaded about it, but I think it's right.
So, hey, where'd you meet your date last night?
It was just on Bumble.
Where'd you meet her?
Just on Bumble.
On Bumble.
It's like Tinder. It's like Tinder, but...
Grindr?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You're going to be ripping that shit. It's like Tinder, but the girls talk first. And like girls go through the guys who like them and then swipe yes or no. And then if they match, the girl texts first. The guy cannot message first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is also bullshit because girls do not try hard. Like so this is the thing is like you're a little bit older, so you've never experienced like online dating, right?
Interesting.
But like as a guy, if you message a girl on Tinder and just say hey, you're not getting a response. Unless you are a fucking dime piece and you look like Brad Pitt. Or you have a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
You can like those guys really can send like eyes.
Okay, so what's your go-to?
Pardon?
What's the deal breaker for you?
What do you mean?
Like how do you initiate? What's your go-to?
Well, usually you just go off of like I'm a bit of a prick, like a sarcastic asshole, right? So usually I'll just like talk smack about something. Like,
okay, so you're not going funny.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Because the way I look at it is like if you ever look at a girl's Tinder, like there's like screen recordings of girls on Tinder, and they open up their Tinder and it's every single swipe is match because every single guy is swiping yes on them. You get guys with grease balls, right? You get on Tinder, you just yes. So no matter what you look, you just filter it later, right?
Gotcha.
So these girls are really like match. So like you're competing against hundreds of other dudes. You got and every single one is like hey or hard eyes or oh my god you look cute. It's like no, fuck that, you can't play that game. So anyways, met this girl on Bumble and we like went out for dinner, like to go get tacos.
Yeah.
And she was just an absolute cunt.
Oh,
she was a complete cunt. She was just super, super fucking dismissive, right? Like the entire time, like I'd be having conversations, like good conversation about her, and then as soon as it turned to like about me.
Didn't care.
Just like
yeah,
and then you ask it back to her, and you're like, you're a
not
cunt,
surprised,
right?
not surprised.
And so like, I'm not the type to really put up with that. And so like, at the end of the night, like she had a really good time, I guess. And so like, you know, when girls do this stupid thing, like at the end of the night, where it's like, oh, I'm like, where are my keys or where are my phone, right? Just like stalling like for a kiss or whatever, right? And then she was like, oh, I had a really good time, and then like leaned up in between the seats, and I just sat back and I just like dead stared her in the face, and then I like looked at her lips, looked back at her, and then just pulled away a little bit more, and she was like. Here it is, and just like out on the car, right?
Nice.
Oh, dude! But then I went back on her Instagram after, and I like scrolled back a little bit. I'm like, oh, you used to be heavy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and she had lost like a lot, like quite a bit of weight, right?
You're doing that detective / stalking.
Yes, sir. Right? I should have done it beforehand.
Yeah,
but
no
I'm
doubt.
like, that's.
I was gonna say.
But I was like, that's why you're a cunt, because she was super like, oh, I'm above men, all this shit, right?
So like 4 hours later, how long are you searching her for?
Pardon?
Like, how long you going back in her history and shit?
Oh, dude, it takes 2 seconds. Just.
Like, how long were you searching her shit for? 4 hours
buddy, I was
later?
jerking off to her fat pictures. You know what I mean?
So what? No second date then?
Oh, not a chance. She wanted one, but it was not a chance. Never seen her good. I don't go. By the end of it, I was literally just like, "You need to shut the fuck up."
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, it was like not good conversation. It was bad.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Oh well.
And like real talk though, you know, if you can't, like for me, if you can't stand to talk to him, man, it's just like it's not gonna really.
It ain't worth it. It also
It's
just
not
ain't
gonna
worth it.
go-
Like,
it's
I
not
don't
gonna
have the
go
time. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, good luck on Bumble, bro.
Oh, buddy, it's going good so far.
So what about the Super Bowl, dog?
Dude, I've been saying it. I've been fucking saying it, bro. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Real talk, I think with everything, it was like definitely one of the better Super Bowls.
It was an unreal game. Like, it was a fucking
Everything was good.
unreal
I think,
game.
From what I saw, I didn't watch the halftime, but from what I saw, like production wise and everything, like that show was pretty tight.
Full disclosure, I was actually with that girl during the Super Bowl. I rewatched it.
Oh, word?
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but it's okay.
Ooh. That one hurt me there a little bit, bro. I don't know if I can get over that one, but anyways, okay, yeah. Football's more important than anything, but anyways.
Not getting laid.
No. But fuck, the game was outstanding. For 3.5 quarters, San Fran was doing whatever they wanted to. Mahomes,
he looked lost.
I was probably the worst game I ever seen him play.
He literally looked
up until like the 7-minute mark of the fourth.
Oh, there's a game. Who am I thinking of? I want to say it was. Fuck, I can't remember who was playing, but it was a Super Bowl. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 ago. And whoever it was, the quarterback the entire time came out and said, "I'm seeing ghosts" after the game. He kept thinking like defensive backs were.
Oh,
like,
Sam
right behind
Darnold.
him.
That was this year after Mono, I think, when he came.
Is that
back.
what it was? I don't know why I thought it was the Super Bowl. You were 100%.
I think it was Sam Darnold.
100%
Like, it was this year. I think it was.
I don't know why I thought it was the Super Bowl. But either way, that's what Patrick Mahomes looks like. He looked lost, and he looked like he was double checking things, and he also threw 2 really bad picks.
Oh, brutal. And like, yo, credit to San Fran's D though. They didn't give him anything deep.
Yeah.
For most of it. But for the Chiefs to continually come back all playoffs, they scored 21 points in the final 6 minutes and 13 seconds of play.
Wild.
You know, let's just go through it quickly here. So San Fran goes up 3-0 in the first.
Yep.
And then KC goes on a 15-play drive, and they're mixing it up good. Like, shout out to Damian Williams. They ran the ball so good in this game, and nobody saw them running it that good. And honestly, that was a big key of them winning the game.
100% it was.
You know, to get over 100 yards on these guys on San Fran, I thought, yeah, definitely the difference. But, yeah, so the 15-play drive, good mix of run and pass. So we got the balls on the San Fran 15-yard line on the 3rd and 11. Mahomes runs for 10 yards and gets rocked by Jimmy Ward. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Like, he got lit up, son.
100%
He got lit up
did.
a couple times this
100%.
game, bro. And,
Yo, also pause. Someone else who got. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right.
Just gotta give the shout out because I don't know if we'll hit it or not. We always skim over shit. But Jimmy G took fucking hits all game.
Yeah,
all game, and he stood in there and he fucking looked really
We'll
good.
definitely get back to Jimmy G. Yeah, but like I said, yo, for his, I know his stats were crazy good in the first half.
Yeah, it was total opposite.
That use check touchdown pass I thought was a great pass,
Nasty.
tight window.
Nasty.
Yeah. But yeah. So after Mahomes gets rocked, it's that 4th and 1. and they did that little dance move. Did you see that?
No.
So Mahomes is lined up under center.
Yeah.
And the running, I want to say, there's three of them. Williams and Mahomes and somebody else. So they're all lined up regular. I can't remember what formation it was. And then they all, I don't even know what you call it, do a pirouette, I guess.
They shifted or?
Yeah. And then so Mahomes is now under the guard. Direct snap to Williams. He gets 4 yards. It was like a cool play. Turns out that Andy Reid pulled it from a 1940s Rose Bowl game.
That's so dope.
Yeah, man.
Andy Reid's a mad genius. Bro.
Crazy, man. Crazy. It looked pretty cool. Like, and it was a little confusing. Those are the kind of trick plays you got to do on defense like San Fran's.
Yeah.
If you're just doing a straight handoff,
you can't come in there like super
you.
simple.
You know
stuff.
what I mean? So,
you
so that led to Mahomes' 1 yard touchdown run.
You also gotta rely. It sounds weird, but you almost gotta rely on Patrick Mahomes, like creating plays on his own outside of the playbook.
Well, this is like I was texting a bro of mine. He had San Fran.
Yeah,
and I get why. Like, everyone I talked to, plus all the sports people, had San Francisco.
Nope.
And I get why people chose San
Fran.
Fran.
I am the sports authority. What are you talking about?
My argument was they don't have Mahomes though.
And that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all saw it. But anyways, with the Chiefs up 7-3, ensuing San Fran drive, Garoppolo throws a horrible interception on a 2nd and 12 to Brashad Breeland.
Yeah.
And that leads to KC getting a 31-yard field goal, putting them up 10-3. After that, San Fran gets their game going, using the running game a lot. This is what got them there. They were using Debo a lot. Like, they were considered passes, but they were basically handoffs to him, like jet sweeps.
He was doing like
and the kid.
There was a lot of stuff out of the backfield.
Fuck,
a lot of stuff.
So good. Like, he looked really good.
He had his over under for yards, like rushing yards. I think it was 40. It was like 14, and he hit it within the first minute.
Yeah, he was way over that. I think great play calling too by Shanahan. So that drive, it ends with that use check with the sweet pass by Garoppolo. Yep. I'll give him credit on that one. So we got 10-10 at the half. One thing I didn't understand there, when at the end of the half there, they elected not to use any of their timeouts. San Francisco, that is. And I don't know why. You even had their general manager in the box calling for timeout. The cameras were on them.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
You wasted so much time there. I just don't understand that. You never go to the locker room with timeouts in your pocket.
No.
You just don't.
It was odd to watch.
It was. I didn't understand it.
I don't know if he was just trying to save momentum or what his thought
process was.
Shanahan
came out today and said he would do it every single time again. So
really?
Yeah.
Did he say why, or he just said he'd do it every time again?
I don't remember why, but he didn't have an issue with it. I thought it was kind of a weird call. I wouldn't have done it.
The one
I don't
area
know anyone that would have.
The one area that I could see is trying to just carry momentum through.
I guess he was okay with the 10-10 game, but he had that pass to Kittle there that was offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
So that would have put him in field goal range at the very least.
It was weird.
What you taking all that time off? You're literally screwing yourself here. Like, I just don't get it. I know you feel okay with a 10-10 game, but like let's. But it kind of be aggressive and get some more points here.
I completely agree, and this is just me playing devil's advocate because
yeah.
I agree that you should keep going with it too. But it also didn't feel like a 10-10 game. It felt like San Fran was in full control going into the half. Like in full control.
They definitely look good. Like,
so maybe it was them, Shanahan being like, hey, these guys are down. They feel down. I want to go into the half with them feeling down.
Yeah, he definitely felt okay with a 10-10 game.
Yeah.
He was like, let's just roll with it to the second half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, by not calling timeouts, he's just like, I'm okay with this. Let's just go to the second half tied. Which
I get, but I'm in the same boat you are. I'm of the opinion that
you got to score points to beat the Patriots.
I think
the Chiefs. Sorry.
Yeah, I think people are too conservative with their play calls. I hate when
Well, conservative. That's what they were in the second half. That's what rolled.
I hate when people try and conserve a lead instead of actually going for the kill. Like, play aggressive. If you're up or you're steamrolling, you need to continue to steamroll. It's not about winning. It's about winning more instead of trying to milk a lead, right?
Well, especially against the Chiefs.
Oh, and they can explode at any point in time.
You need you got to go in the game thinking you need at least 30 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is why when it was 10-10, I'm just like, yo, you need more points than this to beat them. You know what I mean? Let's not play safe.
I think I guess they just dominated everybody defensively, and he's thinking like, we're now playing our game. This is now a defensive game. I want them to stew on it over the half.
Right.
But I think it's the wrong call.
So,
but it's obviously easy to say that looking back.
Oh, yeah, for sure, right? I know, no doubt. So, opening up the second half here, San Fran opens up with a field goal, and then Casey gets the ball back, and it ends. It goes on a 6-play drive that ends with Mahomes' brutal interception to Fred Warner.
Yeah,
honestly, a shitty pass.
I thought, and that was the thing is, Blunt and I were talking about this. That both of the passes that Mahomes, like both the interceptions, were his fault.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's rare to see that.
Oh, yo,
most of the time it's off the hands.
He's never thrown an interception. In the postseason before this game.
That's what I mean. Both of them were like just like, wow, that really happened, right? Brutal. It was just completely off.
And like, yo, credit to San Fran though. Like, Mahomes is struggling, and like we all know how good. Like, no one can block Bosa.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, this is why San Fran's so damn good.
That kid is unreal, man. That kid is.
That unreal. Whole D line is just.
It's fun to watch.
Unreal.
It's really fun to watch.
For sure. So after that pick, they turn it into 7 points on a Mostert 1-yard TD run.
Yeah.
And that puts them up 20-10. And then they show Tyrann Mathieu just losing it on his defense on the sidelines. Obviously, people are frustrated. Like I said, Mahomes looks not good at all.
Yeah.
So going into the fourth quarter, we got about 12 minutes to go. Mahomes throws that second pick. It goes off Tyreek's hand right to Tarvarius Moore. Again, brutal play. Everyone's like dejected.
And at this point, like most teams would just roll over and die. Like most teams, like it's over.
Well, you think you're up 10 and you get a turnover in the fourth?
It's over.
So
in this Super Bowl, it's over.
So this is where San Fran starts losing the game. Because in my opinion, and everybody else's, even Troy Aikman in the game, after the interception, you're San Francisco. You have those backs. This is what got you to the Super Bowl. You run the ball.
You pound it into them.
And what do? They start passing the ball.
It was weird.
And, okay, Garoppolo against the Vikings. 8 passes in the second quarter. I believe it, or in the second half, sorry. Against Green Bay, I think it was 8 passes all game. Right?
Yeah.
So they pound the rock.
That's what you should be doing.
Garoppolo threw 31 times. He's not that guy. Hasn't been that guy for you all year. This is what blows my mind.
There were some weird coaching decisions now that now we're talking about it. Like at the time it was like, hey, what are you doing? But like really thinking about it, like
even Troy Aikman, okay, after the interception, he says something like, here we go. They're just gonna hand it off now.
Yeah.
Garoppolo threw the ball. And this is like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, no shit.
I can't remember how many other passes, but it's just like this is not San Fran's game, you know. So San Fran doesn't do much on the next drive. Gives it back to KC with roughly 9 minutes left in the fourth, and then it gets to that 3rd and 15. I can't remember who was in Mahomes' chest when he threw that ball off his back foot to Tyreek there, that 44-yarder.
So nasty, dude.
I don't know if any other quarterback makes that throw. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. That sets him up first and 10 on Chiefs' 21-yard line. Later, they get a pass interference, and that leads to Travis Kelce 1-yard touchdown catch. San Fran 2017.
I saw a couple of people like kind of up in arms a little bit about the pass interference call. I thought it was good.
I thought it was legit.
Yeah, so did I.
You know, yeah, I thought it was a legit call. Like I know a lot of people were complaining about that George Kittle one too in the first half.
That one was a little bit more suspect. There wasn't a big put. I could see it.
I could honestly see it,
but it wasn't. It could go both ways. I don't know.
I believe I could see it. I think I agree with that call too. But a lot of people will be like, "That's the same thing as a Rudolph."
You know what? Just thinking
of Rudolph.
I think the Rudolph one was way worse. You know what? Just thinking about it though, is because like. The reason I'm thinking about this is because Marshawn Lynch did like a breakdown of that crazy run he did against the Saints a while ago. And he was saying that like with those gnarly ass stiff arms that he pulled, a lot of the times he was like, when you're running at full speed, like those stiff arms weren't much. And it's because when you're running at full speed, all it takes is just a little nudge and you get off balance.
Right.
And so I'm like thinking about that offensive pass interference. Just that little bit of a shove is enough to make a difference.
And like, yo, George Kittle's like 240 and the other guy's like 190.
Yeah, and when you're running at full clip, just that little shove, like
even if it's not that bad, it looks bad because
straight up
big dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It just
100%.
makes like Gronk doing that to somebody. Gronk's so huge,
just manhandling people.
Yeah, it just looks worse. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it was a penalty though.
Yeah, I think so too.
So San Fran goes 3-0. Casey gets the ball back with 5 minutes left. And then Mahomes hits Sammy Watkins for that 38-yard pass. Shout out to Sammy Watkins. I thought he was the best wide receiver on the Chiefs.
Yeah, he played fucking unreal.
Huge catches this game, all game. That put the ball on the 10-yard line. 3 plays later, Mahomes hits Damian Williams for that 5-yard touchdown run. So this one was super close. The angle, when I first saw it, I thought he was out of bounds.
The right foot on the sideline you're talking about, right?
Thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if they would have called it no touchdown, they would have stuck with a no touchdown. It's whatever they called, they would have stuck with.
It's not enough to overturn.
Yeah, it's just too close.
Yeah.
And like I said, initially I thought it was out of bounds, man. I don't know.
I think it was on flagrant, but apparently the refs are instructed now to let plays that potentially will score just go and then make corrections after.
Yeah, but this one was too close to overturn.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like these plays now, like plays that people have made the argument that plays that shouldn't be touchdowns are now going to be touchdowns because they were allowed to run. They were called a touchdown. There's not enough to overturn them.
Right.
And this play, a lot of people are saying that's an example of it, right?
Got you.
It's so on the line. It's like one of those things where it's like, half a second there, like a quarter of a second. You know what I mean? Like that makes the difference. So like,
yeah.
Do you know for sure that his foot was firmly planted? It wasn't still in the air. You can't really tell with the angle. Like it's just
super close, man. One of the more closest calls than I can remember.
It feels like there's always something like that in the Super Bowl, though. There's always some weird. There's always one long bomb pass. Always one. This one was to Tyreek Hill, and there's always some iffy call.
Shout out to the refs though that didn't notice him. And that's exactly how I like it.
Yeah.
They let him play yesterday. There was a lot of things that I've seen that got called this year that didn't get called in that game.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that, though.
So am I. I'm of the opinion.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think they too, like, the lead ref was the same guy that blew the Saints call. Yep. So, he didn't want to F up the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no shit.
100th Super Bowl or 100th year in NFL, right? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think, honestly, I thought as much as I really harp on the refs, especially the NFL refs, I thought they did a great job. So
you need to let them play.
Shout out to them. I didn't notice him, and that's exactly how I like it.
It almost, I know we don't watch hockey that much, but hockey really does this. As soon as you hit the postseason, it's almost like a bit of a different game.
They just let them play,
They let them play,
yeah,
100%.
Like
Basketball, a little bit, but not as much.
Basketball gets rougher, for sure. Because you're getting those 84-79 games.
People are throwing elbows down low in the post.
Oh, yeah, it's a half-court game.
Yeah, but like hockey is extreme. Like you can get away with some shit in hockey,
I like it,
right?
Though. I think that's how it should be.
I think so too. I really think that in the playoffs, it needs to be about the players.
And like I think Shanahan before the game started was complaining to the referees about I want to say the illegal holding by the secondary. He's like, you guys aren't going to call it, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I want you guys to call it, and they didn't call it.
Good.
So but yeah, like I said. Didn't notice him, just like I like him.
Like I understand in the regular season, you got to protect players, you got to make the right call. But when it's for a Super Bowl in the playoffs, you got to let shit go.
Yeah, it was a good job. Good job by them, for sure.
When have we ever given props to refs?
Yeah, I know. That's why I got to give it to them.
Shit.
I'm always hating on them, right?
Yeah.
So with that, Damian Williams close touchdown. KC's up 24-20.
Yeah. At this point, I thought. Sorry to interrupt again.
No,
I thought the game was over at this point. I'm like, they're gonna win.
Yeah,
I was like, Casey's coming back. It's over.
This is. Like I said, for 3.5 quarters, San Fran pretty much did everything right. San Francisco got the ball back with like 2 minutes and 44 seconds in the fourth. And actually, Emmanuel Sanders on a 3rd and 10 got by the Chiefs D and was open, and Garoppolo overthrew him.
I saw that.
If he hits him, it's over.
It's interesting. It's real.
No one's talking. It's a completely different conversation.
It's real interesting.
So... He didn't hit him there.
Was he? I know exactly the play, but now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't watch the pocket on that play. Was he getting pressured?
I cannot remember. Because I want to say he wasn't.
Because the entire game,
under pressure.
The entire game, almost every throw I saw, he was getting hit. He was getting hit
The next one on the 4th and 10.
All the
Clark,
time, dude.
Clark sacked him for a loss of 9. So he was in his face on the next one.
But he would step into throws with DBs coming through the hole, and he would get smoked play after play.
Yeah, no.
I wanted to look that up.
Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, like I said, on the 4th and 10, Clark gets in his face, sacks him for 9 yards, 9-yard loss. 2 plays later, Williams hits that 38-yard touchdown, put the game away. They're up 31-20. And for good measure, they pick up Garoppolo again later in the game.
Yep.
Garoppolo finished 20 of 31 for 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, and then he was sacked 1 time only. Great first half, poor second half.
And those picks came in garbage time too.
Yeah, one of them did. The first one was in the first half.
The
that was
one
brutal.
The second one was garbage time though. He was just trying to make shit happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He should have never been throwing the ball 31 times though.
No, but you also gotta he kind of silenced people in a way because he played a good game. Like he wasn't the reason they lost.
I'm not putting it all on him. I'm putting it on Shanahan.
I was gonna say coaching is why they lost the Super Bowl.
Mahomes finished 26 of 42 for 286, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He was sacked 4 times. He rushed 9 times for 29 yards and had a rushing touchdown.
Yep.
The lowest QBR ever for a quarterback to win
a Super Bowl?
Most valuable player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was 69, bro.
Those 2 picks fucked him. Yeah.
Not the greatest game, and there was legit argument that Williams should have won it, but Williams got that 38-yarder in the end that made his stats look really good, right?
Yeah, I disagree.
Mahomes' arm got him back.
That was all Mahomes.
So
he made
kind of
plays.
A messed up stat line, but whatever, he got it. And like I said, Watkins played great. Tyreek Hill had good numbers too, but I think Watkins was the guy. Don't know what happened with Kittle. Like Shanahan being quiet. Such a great play caller, and he is. But for that guy to be invisible in the Super Bowl should never happen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was a lot of weird coaching decisions on the 49ers side.
So, and shout out to Kansas City for being able to, limit San Francisco's ground game. I think this is another thing that killed me. I believe San Fran had over 100 yards rushing in 3 quarters, and they just
stopped.
Fourth quarter, I said, you're throwing it, and when you should be running it, and that's not what got you there.
I do know.
So, including this postseason, KC's 5-0 when losing by 10 or more points this year, bro. Unbelievable.
That's hilarious.
So,
does this pause for a second to go back to the coaching? Does this just because everybody has been super high, we've been super high on Kyle Shanahan this entire
still am. He's good.
But does this not discredit, but does this warrant some concern?
Well, okay, so
because with I saw that in the previous team he was on, it was in this. It was also a Super Bowl team. That in the last 3 quarters of the Super Bowl that he's coached, he's 0-52 or points wise against him or some shit like that.
I got it here. So he's been outscored 46-0 in the 4th quarter and overtime in his last 2 Super Bowls as an offensive coordinator or a head coach,
which is wild.
5 teams have blown 10+ point leads in the Super Bowl. He's been on 2 of them.
Who was the OC who was he OCing for?
That's the Atlanta 25-3, bro.
Okay.
New England just came back. And again, shitty play calling. So, but see with the Atlanta one, Atlanta one I understand. Matt Ryan and his arm and Julio Jones, that's what got you there. I think it was Taylor Gabriel at the time. That's what got you to the Super Bowl. So you ride his arm.
I understand.
I get it. You lost going down. What got you there? I'm not mad at that. This game wasn't that.
Yeah. Also,
you didn't lose running the ball.
No, 100%. And also with the Atlanta situation, you don't know if the head coach is making the end all be all decisions, right? You might not know if that's completely his play calling. He might
sorry for which?
For the Atlanta situation.
Oh,
right?
It was 100% him.
But even when it came down to crunch time in the Super Bowl,
100% him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So then I genuinely think that this is you need to just take a step back and be man, you need to reevaluate some of your decisions and like we were talking about earlier, right? The 49ers were the most well-rounded team pretty much in the playoffs. And they won by being simple and being fucking good at being simple.
Yeah, they're
back to
everywhere.
Basics. They're unreal and making weird decisions. Is it a fake out? This is what we're thinking we're going to be doing, so now we're going to pass. But it's just 0-46. You got to question it. It doesn't discredit him as a coach. But
I don't think so. No.
But
it's still brilliant.
But it's something I think you actually have to look at. You have to be okay, do we need a secondary person to potentially make play calls in crunch time?
Oh, no. They'll keep him 100%. Like that guy, this guy's an offensive genius. That I don't think that changes. But
then you lose two Super Bowls.
But he made really bad calls.
And the Atlanta one I understand, but this one he lost the Super Bowl for the 49ers. It was and I believe it is 100% on him.
For sure.
100% it's on him.
Oh yeah, for sure it is. No doubt about it.
And if the Atlanta situation is also the same scenario in which that he had 100% say in stuff, you got to at least look at it, man. I don't know.
But the Atlanta one I'm okay with. Matt Ryan got you there, so go down with Matt Ryan throwing. Okay, sure. I kind of get it.
Maybe
this one I don't get at all.
Maybe that tripped him out.
Yeah, I don't know. He's going to be thinking about this one for a long time, man.
Yeah, no shit, hey. But he to lose twice in the Super Bowl like that when you're up that, dude, that must fuck with you.
No doubt, man.
Dude, that must fuck with you.
So now, I guess it's officially Mahomes' world, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
we're all just living in it.
Your first full season of playing, which was his second official year, you throw for 50 touchdowns and win MVP at 23.
Do you have all his accolades right here?
Second full season, Super Bowl winner, Super Bowl MVP at 24.
So fucking wild. And
he only made $700,000 this year. This is why they're able to have all those weapons. This is going to be a problem now. Sammy Watkins, I think carries like a $21 million cap hit next year. I don't know when they're going to do Mahomes' contract.
I was going to say when is that?
I think they're going to do it right away. So they got some. I think they're still going to be fine.
I think so too.
They're going to figure it out. I think I've already seen Watkins said he'll take a little bit less. And why wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%. To be with Andy Reid and Mahomes?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Speaking of Reid, this definitely cements his legacy now for Canton.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, 21 years, finally gets his first one. And there's only ever been one coach in the Hall of Fame that hasn't won a Super Bowl. I think Reid would have got there if he didn't win one.
Yeah, honestly. It's hard not to. It's really hard not to. And
he's the only coach that I've never heard anybody say anything bad. Like, and I'm saying anybody. You're not going to find one person that shit talks Andy Reid.
I'm trying to think about it.
This is it's crazy, man. Like, not one person. A lot of players have always said that he's their favorite coach that they've ever played for.
Bro, when you get in the locker room and you get that, how about those cheese?
Yeah.
That shit fires me up,
he's
dude.
like, he's going to get the double cheeseburger.
That shit fires me up,
like, that's so Andy Reid, man.
You don't want to run through a wall for that guy.
Oh, yeah, no. So I was super happy for him. I think San Fran wins the Super Bowl the next 3 years, though. I'll say that.
Really?
I'm going to say that. I think Chiefs, obviously, it's, good luck to Baltimore getting past Kansas City. But the thing is here, same with when Russell won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you got to do it when these quarterbacks are on a cheap deal. You have to win it then, because when you start giving him $40 million,
it's a problem.
There's less to go around, and you're not going to have the talent.
Okay, but this is the thing: is Patrick Mahomes does not seem like a very what's the word I'm looking for? Where you're into like material items. He's not very materialistic.
No, definitely.
He's not really into money. So do you think he takes I could see him taking a page out of Tom Brady's book.
No.
After his first contract,
his agent is gonna. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
His agent will fucking put a gun to his head if he does that. It's nothing less than 40. It's gonna be 40 a year and probably 120 guaranteed.
Okay, but this is the thing: is if you want to be great, Tom Brady gave you a blueprint for it.
Yeah, no, I
you know what I mean, right? Like, this is like clearly the Tom Brady blueprint works.
But Tom Brady's wife's worth $400 million. Mahomes isn't.
Has he ever seen his wife or his
Mahomes?
girl?
Yeah, that blonde.
She's a smoke, dude.
The blonde, right? What's her name? I can't remember, but yeah, it's that blonde.
Holy shit, bro.
Would it change your view of Mahomes if he agreed with the George Zimmerman thing?
What do you mean?
You know, Trayvon Martin. Remember that George Zimmerman that killed the black kid for wearing a hoodie? Remember that?
No.
Okay, well,
give me the.
This is
jog my memory.
This is I've seen these tweets before, but they always get brought back out now that he won. So he basically was for George Zimmerman. He agreed with George Zimmerman.
Who did?
And it's rubbing people the wrong way.
Sammy Watkins did?
I don't give a fuck.
Sorry, who did Sammy Watkins did?
No, it was Pat Mahomes. He came
out
all these years ago and was basically agreeing with Zimmerman, and it was okay that nothing happened to him in the courts and blah blah blah. Right?
How old was he?
The kid was 16.
Yeah, how old was Patty Mahomes?
I'm not sure.
Because if it was like years ago and he's 24, man, I was a fucking dumbass when I was
young. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. Like I shouldn't have even brought it up because it's like puts a stain on him for no reason. So whatever. Another tweet that he did put out all these years ago was I wonder what it's like to say, I'm going to Disneyland. He wrote that.
That's so dope. That's
And
so dope.
he says it yesterday. So that's so dope how that came full circle.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
I think that, I can't remember when that was, but he was like a kid. I mean, fuck, he is a kid right now.
That's what I mean, man. Like,
that was like, I think he was like 7 years ago he wrote that tweet.
so he's what, like 17? That's fucking sick.
You know, so like, awesome, bro. You know
That's
what I mean?
fucking dope, dude.
And yeah, he's just like a good dude. Like, you're not going to have off the field problems with him.
That's why I straight up could see him taking a page out of Brady's book, man.
If Reed can stop eating the burgers, him and Mahomes
that dude's
can be
gonna
the next
die.
Belichick.
Straight
Brady,
up.
bro.
That's literally why I think that
Reed's
got to
put the burgers down, though, dog.
But
Belichick doesn't eat double cheese.
But he only eats burgers when he wins.
But like, real talk, if they can, and here's the thing, I know there's a lot of money coming into the league with the new media deal in a few years, so cap's gonna go up. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But these guys are all smart; they know what they're gonna do.
Do we know how much the cap is gonna go up?
No, I don't know, but it's gonna go up significantly. I can't remember what year it is, but I don't think it's next year. It's like in the next few years.
I hope that quarterbacks and skill position players aren't cunts about this and then demand more money, and instead we allow people who are underpaid to get paid more.
The thing is, too, going back to the Chiefs, I think some of their big D guys are free agents too, so they're gonna definitely want to get paid. So we'll see what happens. Every team has a problem.
I think Baltimore's got it for the next 2 years, coming out of that side.
I don't know. I can't bet against Mahomes after what I saw this year. Down 24, down 10, down 10, down 10.
Oh, I know, dude.
You know, like,
I think the Baltimore, the Tennessee loss is gonna fucking sting though. I think that's gonna drive.
I thought this year's playoffs were good. A lot of people are
So
hating, but like, yo, who saw Tennessee beat New England and Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
100%.
You know, get the F out of here. No one's seen that.
Also,
bro.
the Vikings making their run too.
Yeah,
it was super interesting.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was really exciting.
I think it gave light to a lot of players who normally wouldn't get a lot. Derrick Henry being one of the biggest ones. Ryan Tannehill, the entire Viking squad.
Good luck for Tannehill. He got comeback player of the year. He won, right, the awards the other night. So,
yo, I saw a tweet. It was like, "Fuck Tannehill, comeback player of the year." He was like, "What did he come back from? The fucking Dolphins? What are you talking about, right?"
Straight up big comeback though.
Yeah, straight up. But he was like, Jimmy Garoppolo came back from a blown ACL and just took his team to the Super Bowl after going 4-12 last year. Like, that's comeback player of the year, bro. I'd like.
Garoppolo got 137 million though. Tannehill, we'll give it to Tannehill.
This is true.
Garoppolo can buy his trophy. Okay? God.
Still, I think that comeback player of the year thing is bullshit.
Whatever.
I disagree with it.
The only one I was kind of like, honestly, like, I guess Lamar won unanimous.
Yep.
The only one I think maybe I didn't really like, or not like, but there's a good argument, was Kyler for rookie. I thought Josh Jacobs from the Raiders could have won that. I thought, or at least AJ Brown from the Tennessee Titans, 1,000 receiving yards. Like, I don't know.
I understand that. Like,
I think maybe Jacobs more than Brown, but and I'm just saying not saying he should have, but I think there's a great argument to be said. But it's just like the Super Bowl. They always want to give it to a QB, bro. It's
one of those things where that's exactly what I was going to touch on, where it's, like, obviously the QB is the most impactful position in the sport. They're the one position that can bring the most to the table for a team. But then it's like, okay, when you look at Kyler, does he do more as a quarterback relative to how much Jacob does as a wide receiver?
Running back.
Sorry. And I don't think it's there. I think Kyler rightfully won that. I don't think Jacobs brings enough to the table. I think he had an outstanding season, but I think Kyler did more for the Cardinals than Jacobs did for the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of I guess I'm not mad if either one. I think I would just I really like Jacobs growing up, living in his car and shit, you know?
Yeah, it's a dope story.
It's a dope story, and legit I think he should have won it. But I'm not mad that Kyler won it. It's either or, whatever.
Every game that I watched Kyler play, which was only 2 because it's the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He was super fucking impactful, man. Like, so fucking impactful.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be great, man.
He's nasty.
He's going to be good for sure.
He's nasty.
So, just like we watched the Super Bowl, our boy Donnie Trump watched it. So, he goes down to Mar-a-Lago, right? His place there in Florida.
Yeah.
Cost the taxpayers $3.5 million.
Fuck yeah, it did, bro. If I'm the president, you bet your ass y'all fuckers are paying for everything.
You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yo, it would have been way cheaper if he would have just chartered a plane and flew everyone to the White House. Real talk.
Nah, fuck that.
You know?
Fuck that, bro.
So I was like looking into it. You know, we all know he likes to take those little vacays, golfing trips, whatever, right? So this is
blew on my knee.
the 28th trip he's taken. And this is what, about 37 months in, right?
Okay, pause for a sec. This is the one trip that I think he can justify.
Okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine. I'm just saying.
Right now, he just prevented World War III. He actually has a really good...
Prevented or almost started, whatever.
Okay, he almost started, but then he did prevent it. Like, he came out of that looking like a G. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But I genuinely think that will re-win him the election.
So, I think he wins regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, 28th trick.
Let me tell that to that chick the other night.
So he's been there a total of 79 days since taking office, and also a 244 total golf days at property he owns. Total bill to taxpayers is $130 million.
And you bet your ass there's another 130 coming down the pipe.
This is coming from a guy who criticized Obama for golfing too much, right? And he says during the campaign he'd be too busy to take vacations, let alone play golf, he says, right? And now he's on pace to play twice as much as golf as Obama at 3 times the cost.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, love it. He don't give a fuck, bro.
Dude, he doesn't. Go straight up, though, like, whether you like Trump or not, if you're the president, you deserve,
hate him, but he's funny.
Yeah, he's really fucking really funny. You deserve to go play golf, though. That's a stressful
I hear
job.
You, but
you know
don't
what
be
I mean?
telling me that, yo, I'll be too busy taking. We all know you're the least hardest working president ever in life.
How G would it be if he just came out and was like, at the next for the next election, people are like criticizing him about how much he spent on golf. He comes up and he's like, just so everybody knows, I'm going to be dropping $260 for the next 4 years on golf. I just want to get that out in front of me.
Well, yeah, no one's going to say nothing about it, right?
Yeah, I bet you people would be like, fuck yeah.
You see this dumbass's tweet after the Super Bowl?
No. You got it?
I got it, dog.
I'm fired up for this.
First of all, I can't believe how stupid you are. Okay.
Okay.
This is the leader of the United States.
Is this directly after the Super Bowl?
All the big decisions, right? This is the guy, right?
Yeah. So right after the Super Bowl.
Right after the Super Bowl. Okay. Says the following, and I quote: "Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs on a great game and fantastic comeback under immense pressure. You represented the great state of Kansas." Side note, doesn't fucking exist. And the fact, the entire USA so very well. Our country is very proud of you. Okay, listen here, Donnie. You are so stupid. It is the state of Missouri.
That is fucking
okay, bro.
Awesome.
There is no Kansas. So obviously, dumbass takes it down after somebody probably like, yo.
It was like, yo, bro, you
stupid,
fucked up.
You know, and took it down. Post it back up with Missouri.
That's so fucking funny.
But, yeah, so you guys want to hang your hat on that guy? Go hard. Go hard, America.
No shit. 2 things. One, I thought Kansas was a state too.
Okay, yeah.
Second thing.
Fair enough. Hey, you're not the president, though, so yo.
Second thing, I think it is so funny that he actually gets to run his own Twitter account. The fact that like you know how like Twitter account like you're sitting on your ass.
Someone to double check.
You know what I mean? Like,
proofread something, please.
In the same way that like you could be on Twitter like smoking a doob, chilling in your pants, jerking off, and you can post something absolutely asinine. He can do the exact same thing. It is so fucking funny.
At the end of the day, yeah, that's what it's funny.
You know what I mean, right?
At the end of the day, it's funny. You know,
I get so much entertainment out of it.
But Donnie, you're stupid. All right, straight up, man.
Yeah, how does someone be like, bro, like, what are you doing?
How embarrassing, though, you know?
I see, but the thing is, like, at this point, it's not even embarrassing. Like, that's...
To him, he's just like, whatever, just rolls off
But I was going to say, but, like, to me, like, I'm like, oh, that's about right.
Of all the lies that guy said, that's just like another, another misstep lie, whatever, just throw in the same shit. Don't matter, sweep it out.
But that, that's just, like, I expect that shit out of him now. Like, that's not even a surprise.
Oh, the guy just kills me, bro.
So funny.
Kills me, man.
What else you got?
So remember how we were talking how Apple's doesn't let the cops in their phones and whatnot?
Shout out to Apple. Yep.
So the NYPD has, I guess you want to say, opened up a $10 million lab to try and get past the Apple encryption.
So, wait. They opened up their own lab to try and hack iPhones.
NYPD, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So whatever phones they confiscate at crimes or alleged crimes.
Yeah.
They'll take it to this place, and it's described as a radio frequency isolation room protected by 2 airtight metallic doors designed to block any electromagnetic waves. They use algorithms to try and extract data from locked phones before, I guess, owners are able to wipe them clean.
It's a lot of big words.
So they do a couple things. They can hook your phone up to 2 computers that generate random numbers in an attempt to figure out your passcode.
Yeah.
They also have a supercomputer that generates 26 million random passcodes per second.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. And they got... So this... I don't understand this, but they have a...
Yeah. Is it like a mechanical thumb that's just fucking...
I don't know. I'd love to see it, man.
Like, how the fuck does this work?
I don't know, bro. Probably a waste of money, I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Bet your ass this fucking the assistant or the security, or sorry, not security, the secretary is looking at that finger just being like, I'm gonna get me some of that.
Yeah, no doubt. Magic fingers.
No shit.
So they also say that a robot can extract a memory chip without using any heat. I don't know why that's important. If you know anything on that, explain.
I think memory cards, not the chips, but I think like embedded memory is actually like, what's it called? It's not welding. It's like you're soldered.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually like soldered to something in the actual phone itself.
And they can also repair severely damaged phones. So like if you were to smash it with a sledgehammer or something or whatever.
And they can pull shit out of it.
They can try. They say they can, yeah. So the government wants the backdoor created by Apple so they can get it. Apple still says no, obviously. Yeah. It's a threat to national security, right?
Yeah.
And it could be exploited by, too many people, obviously. So they have said, Apple has said that law enforcement has access to more data than ever before in history, which is true.
Yep.
So you shouldn't have to choose between weakening encryption and solving investigations. So they said that they feel strongly that their encryption is vital to protecting the country and the user's data, which is
Say that first bit again? Because that was a bar. Say that first bit again?
The first bit?
Yeah, where it was like...
Okay, yeah. So they said law enforcement has access to more data than ever before in history. So Americans should not have to choose between weakening encryption and solving investigations.
That's fucking gangster shit, dude.
They also go on to say, we feel strongly encryption is vital to protecting our country and our users' data.
Fuck yeah.
So
imagine being that big of a corporation to where you can literally say fuck
you
to the American government.
Yeah.
To straight up the American government.
And I know the Attorney General, William Barr, since, do you remember that Saudi national on the base in Florida that shot those 3 people, I think?
That rings a bell, but
they all got deported after this. Anyways, he wanted Apple to unlock the phone specifically. I remember for that case, and they were like, "No, not going to happen." So
that because it opens the door. Because one, obviously, it's a breach of privacy. Like they already have too much.
The government, man.
That, but even apart from that, I think what the government is failing to look at is like, especially with all these Russian involvement scandals in the last election and this and that, the other. If the government can get in and there's a back door, there's some fucker in a basement in Russia that's getting into that bitch too.
Yeah, it's gonna be used for bad eventually.
Straight up, 100%. And so I think Apple's smart in the sense that they're just not even gonna open the door to even creating it.
Apple has more money than the United States.
I guess if you're looking at the debt calculator, yeah, they have they got a lot more.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got that kind of cash, bro. No, but good on Apple though. Yeah, so does that mean that Google just hands their shit over? Is that what that means then, or what's going on here?
Yeah,
Google just bends over and it's like, here you go.
They just spread their cheeks.
I don't know if that's true or not. So if I just slime Google, my bad. But like,
you don't hear anything from Google. Well, there was
I never hear of the government complaining they can't get into an Android.
Because there was a Dropbox scandal a little while ago where people were able to get into Dropbox, and the government was actually looking in companies' Dropboxes, which is a Google it might be a Microsoft product. Let me check. But whichever one of the two owns that, they're clearly letting people in.
Okay.
Box owner.
Yo, did you see the story of the New Orleans Saints and
I'm not gonna be able to find this.
The Catholic Church? Did you see?
No, tell me.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna say it does not look good for you New Orleans Saints.
What's going on?
Okay, so they're going to court, the Saints, to keep the public from seeing hundreds of emails that allegedly show team executives doing public relations damage control for the area's Roman Catholic Archdiocese to help it contain the fallout from a sexual abuse crisis.
Man, the Catholic Church is the biggest. Like, I don't understand how they still exist. Like, it's organized pedophile rings.
Yo, Kobe was Catholic. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm
bro.
not even gonna touch that. But like Catholic Church, I don't like it. Okay, you have people, right, dressed up as wizards.
Yeah.
That's what they're dressed up as wizards, touching children, and people are willingly sending their children to these schools.
It's crazy.
And
dude.
paying them money.
Paying
them a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, man.
It blows my mind. Like,
It
blows my mind that it still even exists.
Religion or cult, you know what I'm saying?
Straight. We've talked about that before. That like it blows
It's a fine
my
line, bro. Fine line.
Like, you have people out here like fighting for, you know, human rights on issues that's like really like you don't need to be fighting for that stuff. Like, we are living in one of the best times like ever to exist in the history of the world, right? Like, you go back 50 years. 50 years ago, it was a lot shittier than it is now.
For sure.
And it's continuing to get better. We live in the best time ever. There's a human a human pedophile ring that exists all over the world that has more money than a lot of fucking countries, and we still allow it to exist.
Well, when I delve into this a little bit more, it just shows you how when one of these guys gets accused, they just shuffle him around to a different place.
Move him to different places in the world. It's so fucked up, dude.
So, an attorney for 24 men suing the church, they said the NFL team, whose owner is devoutly Catholic, Benson family, I think her name's Gail, they also own the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay. Loaded.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The husband, Tom, he passed away, I want to say, within the last few years.
Okay.
They aided the Archdiocese in its pattern and practice of concealing its crimes. The Saints attorneys counter, obviously, they dispute any suggestion that the team helped cover up crimes.
Yeah.
And they say the emails were intended to be private and should not be fodder for the public. So if your only defense is that the emails were supposed to be private and not meant for the public,
my pedophile emails are supposed to be
you know
private.
what I'm saying?
You're literally gonna call me up for my private
bad
pedophile
argument,
emails,
dog, you
bro?
know what I'm saying?
Jeez, didn't Hillary Clinton make the same argument when her emails got like leaked or hacked or whatever it was? They're like, oh, it was supposed to be private. Why are we getting into those? They're classified.
Why the hell are you using the Saints email? They used the actual NFL email. What are you doing? Like,
people are fucking dunce. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Dude. Like, make it any easier. So, I guess, let's see here. Multiple Saints personnel are accused of, like I said, using the team email to advise church officials on messaging and how to soften the impact of the Archdiocese release of a list of clergy members that were credibly accused of sexual abuse.
So they're pulling the public relations people from the Saints.
Yeah, so they kind of go back and forth here. So Saints personnel, Greg Bensel, he's talking to the Archdiocese Communications Director, Sarah McDonald. Yeah. And he asks whether there might be a benefit to saying, we support a victim's right to pursue a remedy through the courts, which, you know, sounds reasonable. We support your right to go to court, obviously, right? Yeah. And Sarah McDonald replies, I don't think we want to say we support the victims going to courts, but we certainly encourage them to come forward. You disgusting B word.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like,
yeah.
How are you going to say that? You know what I mean?
It's wild that they're even engaging. Like, if you're...
I wouldn't touch that at all.
I was going to say, like, you talked about Kobe being... I wouldn't even touch that. Like, even have a conversation about it, let alone...
I get an email from the Roman Catholic Church. I'm not opening that thing, man.
Just sending out dick pics.
Way am I opening that email? So,
but if you walked into a Catholic church, they'd tell you to get the fuck out real quick.
I'd probably burn up, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
So I guess this all started from claims against this guy, George Brignac, who was a school teacher and a deacon. He was removed from the ministry in 1988 after a 7-year-old boy accused him of fondling him at a Christmas party. Several more accusations followed. So, like I said, you know how they just move her around to different places. He still was working for them up until 2018. News started getting out, I guess, about his past crimes.
Yeah.
This is what he tells the reporter. He had touched the boys, but never for immoral purposes.
It's for their own benefit, right? Like, this hurts me more than it hurts you type deal.
Bro, how could he say that with a straight face, though? You know what I'm saying? So he was indicted last month on
Was
a
that
rape charge.
wait, was that the full quote?
Yeah, that was his quote to the
That's
reporter.
it. So
Yeah.
like, you were butt fucking dudes. How do you prove? It wasn't for immoral
Yeah,
purposes.
he's like, I touched the boys, but never for immoral purposes.
I need you to open up the Bible. I need
know what
you
I'm
to tell
saying?
me where is morally acceptable to touch boys.
Unreal, man. Unreal, man. So he's facing a rape charge that can land him in jail for the rest of his life. The archdiocese has already settled several lawsuits against him, and he's on a list of more than 50 names that's like well known for being abusers.
Okay, what percentage of people that work in the Catholic Church do you think are pedophiles?
99. I mean, I don't know, man. We're talking several thousand cases here.
That's what I mean. I genuinely think that it's well over 60%.
It's whatever it is. It's
That's
disgusting.
my number.
It's too much. Whatever it is. Bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And like, you know, everyone jokes about it, but no one
It's
does.
one of those
nothing
things.
about
It's just
it.
like this is what we were saying earlier. It's just open. Everybody
You know
knows.
what I mean? That's like, yeah, okay, yeah, we know what's going on, but we're not going to do nothing.
I don't understand how, as a parent, knowing what we know, you could justify sending your kid to a Catholic school.
Knowing what I know now, I would have been a priest and just got moved around and never been convicted of any crimes.
Bro.
Know what I'm saying? I would have been like a drug runner.
Dude, I respect the hustle.
Okay, no, yeah, I gotta watch what I say here. Okay, yeah, no, enough said. We'll leave it
I'm
at
glad
that.
you clarified that it was a drug runner.
I was about to go further and I caught myself, so I'm gonna stop right there. So yeah. Oh hey, I want to give a shout out to Christine Sinclair, a Canadian women's soccer player.
Okay.
She's become the all-time leading scorer in international soccer history with 185 career goals, and that's men or women.
Because it was her and Abby Wambach of the U.S., right? They were going back and forth.
So
Fuck yeah,
she
good
beat
shit.
her, I want to say, last week it was.
Good for her.
So her career, which is highly decorated, she's won 2 Olympic bronze
Yep.
with 11 goals coming in the Olympics. Only one of 2 players to score in 5 World Cups, 1 Pan American gold, 4 club championships. Also in Canada was awarded the Officer of the Order of Canada, and in 2012 won the Lou Marsh Award for top Canadian athlete. Just a decorated career. She's, I believe, now 36. Also, I think she owns the collegiate record for most goals scored in a season. Just a fantastic career for her. Deserves everything she got. Yeah, so shout out to her. Congratulations.
I mean, before we lose all of our listeners, because it's women's soccer.
Yo,
Shout
Canadians.
out.
I always
Shout
give
out to
Canadians
Sinclair.
love, bro. Yeah, always, man. They deserve it. Just like Larry Walker last time in baseball, I'm always going to give the Canadians love, you know? And I don't think anyone saw that coming. Like, yo, she's got more goals than Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to think about the level of competition
No,
she's
I
playing.
know, but yo, no, I'm just saying.
Did you see? But this is the thing. I don't.
I know it's like kid soccer, but like still.
No. And this is the
compared
thing,
to the
is
men's.
it's straight up kids soccer because they played the Australian U15 team and they got smoked.
Who, this is the Olympic women? Or this is the Canadian women?
The national U.S. team.
National U.S. team?
Played I believe it was the U15 Australian boys team and got smoked.
Oh, is this right? I don't
Smoked.
know. I don't follow soccer that much.
I believe it was 5-2.
Okay.
But it was like embarrassing. Okay, hold on, let me find
brutal.
it.
Yeah.
This
Go
is
hard.
fucking hilarious.
Did you hear your buddy there, Prince Andrew? Zero cooperation with the USA. They're trying to get a hold of him for like,
What for?
The whole Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get a hold of him for questioning, and they come out and said they've had zero cooperation. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, no one's trying to get a hold of me, and he's angry about how he's been portrayed through all this. Like, this is what you're angry about? Not that you're hanging out with a convicted sex offender,
Yeah, no shit.
allegedly sleeping with young kids. You disgusting
Piece of
mother
shit.
effer. You
Yeah,
know,
no shit, right?
like, you know, I don't know, man. No wonder why Harry wants to leave the royal family.
Yeah, no
if
doubt.
my
He's like,
uncle
"Give me
was
the
diddling kids
fuck
allegedly,
outta here, bro."
I'd want to leave the family too. You sick. Oh my god. And you know, like,
What a piece of shit.
yeah, dude.
Buddy, we're really on a touching kids kick today, hey?
Yeah, it's a good pod,
Okay.
bro. It's a good pod. Healthy.
I think
From
so.
Prince Andrew to the Catholic Church, we're touching all bases here.
I mean,
literally,
I'm
dog.
not defending it, but you're the one who wants to join the Catholic Church. Okay, so this is even funnier because it wasn't even the Australian national team. So,
Okay, yeah, who was it?
So the FC Dallas. Did you know Dallas has a football team? Like a soccer
No,
team?
MLS then?
Yeah. So
Yeah, okay.
Dallas's MLS team, their U15 boys scout team, beat the women's national team 5-2.
Yeah. Shout out to the bitches.
And now you're big up in women's soccer goal records. Oh, she got more goals than Ronaldo. Bro, you are playing against children.
I had to say it because she's Canadian. I got to big her up, man. You know what I'm saying? Always.
Big up.
So
That's so funny.
you hear Jay-Z suing the state officials in Mississippi, the prisons?
No, I didn't see this.
Yeah, it's actually a big call by Jay. So Jay-Z and rapper Yo Gotti are suing state officials in Mississippi. So they're backing legal representation for 29 inmates for inhumane living conditions.
Yeah. Does this have to do with Kim Kardashian? Because I know she's all about this right now.
I don't know if she's doing anything specifically with this prison or this state. This has to do with the state of Mississippi. But yeah, she's
Like actually like
released
overturning
a bunch of people.
like sentences, incorrect sentences.
yeah.
But shout out to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
That's
like
actually-
using her fame for good.
It's fucking dope.
Can't be mad
It's
at
really
that, right? So apparently there's been 5 deaths since December.
Okay. Wait, like in the prison.
Yeah. In 2018, the Department of Corrections asked the FBI for help investigating 15 deaths that took place in a single month. There's a prison called Parchman Prison.
Okay.
There's
Just walls of paper or what?
Their drinking water had over 100 violations.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and like I seen pictures of the inside of this prison, bro. Disgusting. The drains are all backed up and like overflowing. It is so gross. Like the people that go and check out the prison, I don't know what they're called, minister or whatever. They said it reminded them of a third world prison.
Really?
Yeah, it is disgusting, man.
And this was in Missouri?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
This is Parchman Prison, notorious for being one of the brutal prisons.
I'll pull this up.
So, in that prison, since July, there's been 5 suicides.
In the prison?
In that prison, I guess, because the conditions are so bad. I don't know. Mississippi apparently this has been going on for a while. It's been a big issue.
This is fucked up. Like really fucked up.
Yeah.
So
What you
looking at
got there?
this,
Yeah.
This shit is fucking gross. Here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Like literally like shitting in a hole.
Yeah, bro. It's I seen some of those photos. It's crazy, man. Like, and like at first I was like, you know what, they're prisoners, whatever. But like, no, bro, this is like kind of going too far.
Dude, some dude's in there for like parking tickets, and he's like, "Am I in Uganda?"
Man, it's like you almost rather be in a Mexican prison. I don't know.
No, dude.
That's pretty disgusting.
Juan Pedro, you come over here, man. I'm gonna spray
When
your
people
butt
are
cheeks.
killing themselves because the prison's like it's that bad, and like I seen how some of these pigs live, man.
Dude, I'm not getting railed by Mexicans.
Oh man,
It's not happening.
you are Mexican. You already are getting railed.
That's
by them.
exactly
What are you
how I
talking
know.
about?
I'm so qualified to say that I do not want to get railed by Mexicans.
But I don't know.
Shout out to my uncle.
I think it's a good look for Jay-Z though. Like Kim K, like you said, using his fame for good, and he usually does that. You know, he helps a lot of dudes in the game.
Jay does
help Wayne pay off his $15 million tax bill.
Yeah, Jay's dope.
He's just like a good dude like that.
I remember when he became part owner in the NBA. Or sorry, he got brought on by the NFL.
Right now, yeah.
And there was a lot of criticism. There was a
And
lot
mine
of
included.
it wasn't I know you were, and this is why I'm talking about it because there was a lot of wrong. There was a lot of I think conversation about Jay-Z, saying that, you know, fuck you, you've just sold out. You've now are supporting and are in the inner circle of people you've fought so hard to work against, like fighting for black rights, supporting Colin Kaepernick, right? I'm of the opinion that I tend to be a skeptic when it comes to celebrities and people of power saying that, like, no, they're pieces of shit. They're not genuinely caring about other people. But I think Jay-Z did a bit of a different case. I genuinely think that Jay-Z got in with the NFL to actually make a difference, to actually support player rights, to actually try and bring change. And I think this situation is just another reason, like, it's more proof.
Okay, I agree. Jay's a super good dude. I will say I think he's the NFL token black guy for this move.
But you need one. You need to start somewhere.
Okay, but like, it started with him and Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
Now, he said when this deal went down, we're past kneeling. He says, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then did you see him at the Super Bowl and when the national anthem was getting sung? You see what Jay and Beyonce were doing, bro?
No, I didn't see that.
Past kneeling, eh? They were sitting there. They didn't even stand. Even Colin Kaepernick comes out and is like, yo, I thought we were past kneeling, Jay. So, I don't know. You know, you say one thing and then you do a completely different other thing. I think... I
mean, technically the boy wasn't kneeling, but you know.
No, but no. I don't know. I think it's, to me, like, as much as I love Jay, I think it's a sucker move on his part. I don't personally don't like it. I just, you're, to the NFL, to all those rich white dudes, you're the token black guy. That's just all you are to them.
I agree that
I'm not saying that he's not going to bring change because he's powerful enough to bring change. But the fact that I don't know what happened with him and Colin, but the fact that you guys started out together and now it's like almost two different messages, and I'm not saying he's not going to do good for the NFL. Sure, he'll bring change. I was kind of wondering. I'm like, when the Super Bowl halftime was going on yesterday, right?
Shout out to
J-Lo's
Shakira
50,
and J-Lo,
right?
Yep.
Right.
Looking prime.
And I don't know how old Shakira is, but
30,
they were like really
43,
banging like, in
34.
1995, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, why are these guys doing the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So part of Jay's deal with the NFL was he's in charge of all the live performances, right?
Yeah.
Shakira and J-Lo are his clients at Rock Nation.
Hey, attaboy.
So
of course they are.
It's good to know Jay. Whatever, right? Good on him.
But going back,
and I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. The halftime show,
fuck yeah,
from what I saw, was pretty good.
You're gonna give it to your fam.
You know
Everybody loved it.
And yeah, for sure, you're gonna give it to your fam. Right?
But going back to being the token black guy, I think you can. Yes, he becomes the token black guy. To all the owners, and it's a bit of a mockery, but he does more for black rights, being the sucking up his pride and being the token black guy, than being outside of the NFL.
Oh, yo, he does a lot for black people. Yo, the Khalif Browder documentary that he made about,
Yeah, he does, man.
Do you know who that kid is?
Pardon? I know
Khalif
the name.
Browder. I believe it got thrown in jail for stealing a backpack, okay?
Yes, I do know this.
Mom could not afford the bail.
Yep.
Got treated horribly. I believe he was solitary. Anyways, he
went into solitary?
Yeah, he gets out and he's... his mom was saying in his driveway, he's walking the driveway like he's walking his cell. You know?
So just broken
mentally
psychologically.
broken, ends up committing suicide.
How old was he?
At the time, he was a kid. Like, I want to say 14, bro.
That's so fucked up.
So, like, and the Sean Bell, like, Jay definitely brings attention to important topics, and I'm not saying he doesn't. This is the one move. I just didn't think he had to get in bed with the NFL.
I hadn't seen the sitting down thing, and that's a little bit of a bitch move. Like,
I just thought that was hilarious because he's like, we're past kneeling, and then you're not even standing.
You need to stick to your guns with stuff. Like, you need to actually, like, you can't, if you're in this position, you need to be aware enough to realize that that's going to make you look like an idiot.
But
you like that is you're Jay-Z. You need to be on top of that enough. Like, even if you like had a change of heart, like even if it was actually like I'm now involved in ownership and I'm going to say fuck you the NFL, you need to be self-aware enough and aware of the situation to be like, this is going to make me look like an idiot and this discredits me.
Oh, you want to see the ultimate boss move right here though? Side note, what I found out.
What?
Jay-Z has more money than the country of Venezuela. How G is that, bro?
Fuck yeah, it is, dog.
Like, seriously, that's disgusting. So Venezuela has about 800 million cash.
Wait, isn't Venezuela like just went through like their economy blew up?
Well, they have all this.
They have
gold.
like a civil war.
Yo,
or some
they got
shit
$4 billion in gold. But this is the thing. They can't do business with anybody because no one wants to recognize Maduro as their leader. Like, the States doesn't recognize him as leader. So they're like, listen, we're not doing no business with you.
Inflation skyrocketed. Yeah.
We're not doing no bank deals. We're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
So you have the gold, but no one's buying it. You just got to sit on it.
Fuck it.
So it's basically like,
but realistically, like $4 billion is fuck all for a country. That's fuck all.
No, and they got 800 million cash and 200 million assets. So Jay's flexing on Venezuela. that's so dope, man.
That's actually hilarious.
Oh yeah, shout out to Biggie for making the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was a little bit late. I forgot to mention that earlier on.
Yep.
Good luck on hip hop. So yeah, shout out to him. Oh, and remember we were talking about Delonte West. He was getting shit kicked on the road there. Ex-NBA. Fuck LeBron's mom.
Yeah.
Don't fuck LeBron's mom. You end up on the streets, right? So I believe
He got offered a couple jobs. I know that.
Shaq, I believe, is like reaching out and trying to help him. So good on Shaq, and hopefully he can get some help. Like I said before, like I know we joke, but he does have a few issues.
Well, he clearly has issues if that's where he's at in life.
Yeah, so hopefully he gets the help that he needs and gets his life back together. But yeah, so I just thought I would mention that. Good on Shaq.
Being him, that'd be hard to like. Now that people know that you had this fall from grace, it's hard to suck up your pride and admit that you need help and come back to it. It sucks, but I don't know if I see a happy end to that story.
Hey, did I send you? Did you see that news clip of the lady talking about Kobe Bryant?
No.
And it sounds like she says the N-word.
Oh, yo, I saw this broadcast.
Okay, yo, wait. I think I have it on my phone. I'm gonna play it if I have it on my ear.
If you don't, I do. It's fucking hilarious.
So she says that
it was the Nuggets.
She was gonna say the Knicks and the Lakers,
and she's full on, but it was a hard R. It was a hard R.
Okay, yeah, I do have it here.
I was cracking up about this. I was so sad that entire day. I saw this. I was howling.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play it here. Yeah.
Star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers.
So, it couldn't have come at the worst time.
Oh, dude, that's hard.
I feel bad for her, like real talk. Like, it's super funny.
Because like you mispronounce stuff all the time.
And we're talking about like a GOAT Kobe too.
Yeah, man.
It's like the one time you don't want to mess up. So
that's so brutal.
Good old Naker. Yeah,
it sucks because she's definitely losing her job.
It's over. Speaking of losing his job, do you hear about that one guy on, I want to say ABC News? He came out and said
all of Kobe's family is dead. Yeah, man, you can't do that shit.
Straight, dog.
That is just like, I feel bad for the lady. Like that just sucks. That's just hilarious.
Vanessa was saying all the wrong, or all the missed stories or all the wrong stories are really hurting the family.
100% they are.
You know what I mean? So,
but could you imagine being her, right? Like being Vanessa, news that Kobe dies, and then someone puts out, yo, all of your kids are dead.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know if Kobe like had his other daughters with him at the first location. They were just gonna chill there, go to the other one. You have no idea what's going on. No, she might have for a split second thought that all of her kids were gone.
Yo, they had that rule; they wouldn't fly together, right? For this reason,
that's. I was talking about this with one of my boys who were like, "Dude, that's like almost summoning an omen on you." You know what I mean? But, like, it's smart.
Smartest move they ever did.
100%. It's smart, but it's like, holy shit! Like, like, do you believe in like speaking shit into existence? Like, you ever seen The Secret? No. There's like, it's funny as fuck because the girl I went on a date with, she was a big proponent of this. First red flag. She believed, or the belief is that if you think something enough, you can manifest it into existence. Like Charlemagne is a big proponent of it.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that it works, but not because you speak things into existence. Like if you are constantly saying you're wanting to like achieve or like do this specific, have a specific goal, right? If that goal is always on your mind all the time, whenever there's an opportunity for you to slightly move towards that goal, it's going to be on your mind, so you're going to jump on it.
Right.
And so eventually you actually get there quicker because it's on your mind, but it's not because you're speaking it into existence.
No, you got to put it out there.
Exactly. So I think it's real, but not in the way that people think it is.
Right.
But
I kind of do agree with it. Like, okay, perfect example, like my running.
Yep.
As soon as I spoke it into existence, I felt myself, I got to hold myself accountable.
It became real.
And I started doing it.
It became real.
So you got to start there, you know what I'm saying? And like, maybe not everyone sticks to it, but nothing starts, like us and the podcast. We spoke about about doing a podcast that leads us to doing it, right? You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you mean. It like I said, as soon as you start thinking about it, also a big thing, like you just said, is telling other people about it. Like, I'm going to do this, because you are then accountable to yourself and to all those other people that sure. Like, hey, this is a legit thing I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yo, NBA All-Star game coming up soon.
I honestly don't give a fuck.
No,
I don't give a fuck.
I don't watch it. I love the dunk competition and the 3-point and whatever that other,
the skills competition.
Yeah.
We'll I think was it Jason Tatum hitting that like half court buzzer beater shot last year was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
But like,
go on. Sorry.
I find it's just like cringy.
Oh, it is. There's no
just
defense.
it's cringy.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I watch
for
highlights.
the most part,
but
I thought the voting was okay.
I thought Bradley Beal got fucked.
Yeah, that's one.
He got absolutely sewered.
There's definitely a snub there for sure, but it's the record that comes into play, right?
Yeah, but you look at the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young got in.
Yeah, but Trae Young's putting those numbers up on any team on any given time. I'm not mad at Trae Young being in the All-Star game at all. Like, I know the Hawks are shitty, but Trae Young is fucking going to do that on any team.
But you could make that same argument with Bradley.
Yeah, I think Bradley should be on it.
Okay. I thought you were saying that he wasn't.
No,
Okay.
no. But I'm saying the reason why I'm thinking that he didn't make it is because people are looking at the record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, if I'm not mistaken, Washington had, like, some of the best offensive numbers in the first half of the season. They can't play defense, but offensively, they were rated pretty high,
Most
if
teams
not
are-
number one for a long time.
There's a lot of teams like that are just super high offensive ratings.
So, I thought Brogdon coming over to Indiana without Oladipo is 17-7, the fifth best record in the East.
Yep.
That could have been, looked at maybe a bit closer. Some people are saying Jaylen Brown, but with already two Celtics in there, I'm not going to have three. Forget it.
Yep.
And maybe the only other guy, Karl Anthony Towns, puts up huge numbers on a shit team.
Yeah, he should.
And again, shit record. And he missed a lot of games. So, for the most part, I guess it's okay.
Who was the other center? Because it was Joel Embiid. And who was the other center?
Well, forwards, we have, for the East, it's Pascal, Joel, and Giannis.
Cat is Eastern Conference, right?
Cat, Minnesota is West.
Okay, that makes a little more sense then.
So
I get it. Okay,
but he missed 20 games.
Yeah,
and and his team's super shitty. So.
Yeah, I get on the Western. If he was, I thought he was Eastern.
But like
Conference.
he's shooting 42% from
He's
three.
nasty,
He's
dude.
just got a
He's
sick game.
nasty.
That guy.
He's crossing up fuckers, and he's a big
now
boy.
I seen today that Russell from Golden State, they're listening to trade offers.
Yep.
Him and Cat are super tight. I honestly would love Russell to go to Minnesota.
Who else is on that team? That's
Andrew
that's
Wiggins.
good. That's what it is.
Who's really played a lot better
100%
this year.
he has, man.
A lot of people were saying that guy was a bust. He's played a lot better this year. Just on talent-wise, I think he's got a lot more longer to go.
Low key, that's a nasty little big three there.
Yeah, if Wiggins can
continue,
he's so inefficient, and he's really, like I said, cleaned it up this year. I would love to see. It's always better when the guys enjoy, playing ball. And like Minnesota is not probably the greatest place to play, but if you have two best friends, D'Lo and Cat playing, I think it's just going to be exciting.
I think so too.
Yeah.
They'll genuinely have fun playing.
But I think there's a lot of people that want D'Lo, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's not a foregone conclusion where he goes.
Who is it? Oh no, it's Memphis that has Iggy.
Yeah, he just said he's going to sit out if you don't give him his trade to the preferred teams.
Yeah. There's quite a few teams on the docket.
So we'll see. And a lot of people were upset that Ja didn't make it, but he's already in the Rising Stars. Oh, speaking of Rising Stars, 4 Canadians. Shout out to 4 Canadians in the Rising Stars. That's the most out of any country besides the U.S. So
fuck yeah.
I think there's 17 Canadians in the NBA this year. So good representation
good showing
of Canadians.
For
sure. So yeah, shout out to the 4 Canadians. That's about it, man. What do you got? You got anything, bro?
But I just had my fat chick rant and I'm pretty good. To be honest with you, I got to do a school assignment here in the next 25 minutes.
Oh, sweet. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, peace, guys.